Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? How are we all doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday. I am very happy to be here today. I've been looking forward to this stream all week, and that is because today we return to Chrono Cross. We started it up last weekend, and honestly, I was having a fucking blast with it. I'm really enjoying the game so far, and I can't wait to get back into it for another weekend. So looking forward to playing some more. We'll talk about the story in a little bit, of course, but it's been great so far. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I had an okay Saturday, I would say. The worst part about my Saturday was the fact that I had to bring my sweet Zinnia into the vet today, and I'll tell you about how that went. Long story short, she's okay, but she's gonna have to basically stay on some medication, potentially forever. But I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But anyway, welcome on in. Thank you for popping in today. It's a pleasure to see you tonight. Storm got the first today. I hope your test goes well. I won't keep you by any means. Best of luck. I hope that your family and the action movie isn't too distracting. But I hope you do well tomorrow. I hope it goes all right. Or I guess it's not tomorrow. It's in a few hours. So I hope that it goes well. Hello as well, Red. A Druby2 Goldgasm to you as well, my friend. Welcome. Hope you had a great one today. Thanks for coming on by. Looking forward to playing some Chrono Cross today. Relic as well. Hello, Relic. I hope you're looking forward to Chrono Cross. I certainly am. Hope it was a nice Saturday. And of course, Dustin. Pleasure seeing you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. And thank you as well, Ganny. Dom actually said, she's like, oh, I like those sweaters on you too. I was like, oh, thank you. I guess I'll wear them more often then. And it was pretty cool out. You know, it was like 30s for a high today, so it wasn't particularly warm. And I just kind of felt like wearing a sweater, so it was a nice choice for today, I think. But hello, Dustin. We've got a gauntlet of jelly beans to consume. Shouts out to him on that, so I'll grab those here in a moment, and we'll see what we get. Ganny as well. Hello. Pleasure seeing you, my friend. Hope you had a nice day today. Yeah. I don't know, my brain just blanked. I hope you did something fun. I did do some fun things today, but it was mostly staying around the house, taking care of Zinnia, and then this evening was nice, so that was an enjoyable time, I will say. Also, what's going on today, S. Campo? Thank you for the host. How you doing? Hello. Pleasure seeing you tonight. Hope life's treating you well. And Ivy, hello everyone. Drunk Ivy here to enjoy Drury stream. Hey, sounds like a plan to me, Ivy. Thank you for coming in for it tonight. Pleasure seeing you. Pets and medication isn't fun. One of my dogs needed a lot of medication because he had really bad allergies and would get skin infections. Here's hoping it's not too expensive. Yeah, so I'll speak to that part too. And I think it's going to be okay, but we will see. So, let's talk about Zinnia. So, I have said the past couple days that Zinnia has unfortunately been kind of regressing with some of the symptoms that she had about a month ago. So back in October, I had noticed she was squatting in the litter box constantly, not going at all, or just going little teeny amounts. Eventually, I could see like little bits of blood in it. And she would also go outside of the litter box, so I was like, okay, this is probably a UTI. And I brought her into the vet at the time. No sign of a UTI, and they wanted to do x-rays. I couldn't afford to. I simply didn't have the money to pay for it, so I was like, I can't do it right now. Maybe I'll do it later, but let's try to explore other options first that are less costly. And so what they did is they actually gave her a couple meds and prescription food, which I wasn't really anticipating, so I still ended up paying a lot of money anyway, which sucked, but that's a whole other story. And it seemed like after giving her the meds and the prescription food, she got better, was what it seemed like. And then I ran out of the food. I was like, okay, well now I can just go back to my regular food. And after about a week of the regular food, she was back to having issues again. And that's where this past weekend came in. Or not, I guess it's the weekend, the end of this last week came in. And so I made an appointment with the vet for today. My appointment was scheduled for 10:45 a.m. I was awake. I was ready to go. I had my coat on. I had the crate, out in the living room. And cats are smart. They're intuitive. They know a lot. And Zinni could tell what was happening. And so she avoided me as hard as she could. She hid underneath the couch. She hid anywhere where she could. And it was just like, you know, it's like, well, this sucks. So I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, I have a 15-minute drive to my vet. So I call them and I say, hey, just letting you know, she's hiding underneath the couch right now. I'm doing my best to get her without it being too stressful for her. But, you know, just want to let you know in case I end up being like 5 or 10 minutes late. And they said, well, if you are more than 5 minutes late, you know, she's got a pretty tight schedule today. So maybe you could come in later today if that ends up being a problem. And I said, oh, well, you know, what time? And they said 1:30. So long story short, I didn't get Zinni in this morning. I got her in at 1:30 today after she had the chance to calm down, lay on my lap and relax a bit, and then I could get her into the crate. Because the moment she figures out what's happening, she will never want to be next to you. But as I'm holding her, just relaxing, then I can get her into the crate, and it's okay. So anyway, so I get her in, and I say, you know, first things first, we should probably do the x-rays because, you know, there was no sign of a UTI last time. And the vet said, okay, but I'm also going to check the urine sample too, just to be safe. Zinni, unfortunately, had a pretty stressful experience getting to the vet, and she actually had peed in her crate, and so she didn't have any urine. And so the vet said, well, it's the weekend. I don't really want to give her subcutaneous fluids again and keep her for a while. I'm just going to give you some antibiotics. I'm going to prescribe you some and just take them to be safe. So I've got some antibiotics for her, which I think she's going to take over the course of the next 3-4 days or so. And then they did the x-rays. And they saw nothing. They didn't see any stones, which is good, right? Obviously, I don't want my cat to have stones, you know, in her bladder. That's a good thing. However, then it leaves the question of, well, what's going on? I mean, if that's not the problem, what is? And so the most likely scenario, and fellow cat owners may be aware of this, is that she has something called flooded, like I think it's FLUTD, and it's feline something urinary tract disease, which is a condition that has no, you know, well-characterized cause, but it affects a lot of cats. And generally, when you have a cat that has this, it means you do have to give them a prescription diet for life. And in Zinni's case, because of kind of what the doctor saw in her, you know, symptoms and whatnot, the vet said we should also give her this painkiller / sedative that works pretty well. And so I got that as well. And that painkiller, for the dosage that she needs for once a day, which is eventually what she'll be on, I think it's going to be like $40 a month, which honestly is not terrible. It's not great, but it's could be worse. The prescription food is pretty expensive, though. It's definitely like an additional $1 a can, so it's quite a bit more. So I don't love having to give her medicine for the rest of her life, but if it helps, it helps. The timing sucks, though, because guess what? I'm leaving town on Monday, so I could cancel my flight and stay with Zinni. Or, you know, the sitter who I've already paid is going to be... I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be making you sad. I'm sorry, man. Also, Harley and Jay, it's a pleasure seeing both of you. Yeah, I was watching Jay get his fire cape on his Iron Man, and it was really fun. I was really enjoying watching it. So Harley and I are going to get ours sometime soon. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. Long story short, she's okay. She's going to be completely fine. Zinni's okay. The next few days are going to suck, though, because I have to give her 3 different medications, 2 of which are twice a day, and they all go with her food. And it's like, okay, is Zinni going to eat 3 fucking pills in her, you know, 2.5-ounce portion of wet food? So I tried it. She ate 2 of the 3. So then the last one is like, you know, a little snack for later, which actually I haven't given that one to her yet, but I will sometime during the stream. So, yeah. Also, what's up, Josh? Thank you. Yeah, she is going to be okay, and I appreciate you saying that. Zal's cat has a prescription diet too. They do well. Zinni will too. I think it'll be all right. Yeah. It's okay. I'm just going to go get my food. The story is sad because I want her to be okay. Yeah, me too, man. Go get some good food, though. Also, one thing that I don't know is it's like, all right, well, if I have her on a prescription diet for life, is there a point or a reason at which I could stop doing that? Is there any way that I could, you know, adjust it? Could I reduce the dosage of the drug that I give her? could I throw in other non-urinary diet food eventually? And I have a couple friends who have cats who have this urinary tract disease, so I'll probably just lean on them for some advice, because I'm sure my vet will, recommend that I continue to keep her on the medicine and on the prescription food, but that's just expensive. And at least at this stage of my life, it's a little tough. I hope that I'll be at a place financially where that it won't even be a question or a concern. I'll just do what I need to do for her. And now that, that is what I'm going to do now, but I would love to see if there's a more economical way to get her the diet she needs, get her the medicine she needs, and, not have that additional cost on me each month. So, I probably could crush the pills. The thing is, she actually eats it out of the food pretty well. I've seen that before. Just multiple pills seems like it could be tough, but anyway. One of the pills is a once a day. 2 of them are twice a day. And then eventually, long term, it'll be just 1 pill. Ledzinnia P donation stream. Yeah, this sweet cat has been struggling with it for the past couple days, so hopefully it'll get better soon. The pills hide the taste. That's also true too, actually. Sometime delivery timing for pills is dependent on them not being crushed or broken. Yeah, so I'd have to talk to my vet about if that would be an issue with that or not. That's a good point, Harley. That is a very good point. Anyway, let's talk about happy things. So I want to let you know how Zinni was doing, and I appreciate those of you who asked about her and sent her good wishes. I really do appreciate it. Today was pretty chill otherwise. I was mostly just hanging around my house. My flight leaves at noonish or so on Monday, and I didn't really pack today. I did some cleaning, but I'm going to do a lot more tomorrow. I'm going to give my keys to the person watching them tomorrow as well. I did some grocery shopping so that I had some stuff so that I wouldn't have to leave the house at all tomorrow. And yeah, I played a little bit of RuneScape. I actually streamed some RuneScape on Thursday for those of you who didn't see, because Resident Evil was getting to be a little bit too much for me that night. I was stressing the fuck out. My cats were stressing me out too, and I think partly because Zinni was starting to not feel well. And I just couldn't handle it. So I stopped, I played some RuneScape, and that was a good time. I played some today as well. I've been working on all of the quests in the game, and I've got 6 left. And I was working on a boss in one of them, which was kind of a pain in the ass. And I didn't have enough supplies that I wanted to keep going with it, so I didn't beat that today. But yeah, no, it's been fun. So what Jay was doing on his stream was he was getting an item called the Fire Cape. I'll show you really quick if you haven't seen. You basically fight multiple waves of enemies in this area. You have to use your kind of different abilities, your skills wisely so that you don't fucking die. So it takes a little bit of setup, a little bit of prep, but it was definitely a lot of fun to watch him do it. So yeah, he was in here. So this is called the Fight Cave, and you can see these waves. So each wave is a new group of enemies. So Jay is managing some of his items here, restoring his stats, his HP, his prayer. I almost clicked as though I could click on that. And then the final boss of it, his name is Jad. He's wave 63 here. So there he is. So there's Jad. And you have to swap back and forth between protection from missiles and protection from magic. And you have to watch Jad to know which move he's going to use. And if you fuck up, you could just get one shot and die. And so Jay was doing a great job here. He missed a couple of the prayers, but thankfully he didn't die. And then here I was freaking the fuck out for him, but I didn't want to say it in chat. And so he ended up getting the shark, getting the brew in, being able to get back to swapping prayers, and yeah, so he killed it. So anyway, this is one of my next goals, is I want to get some supplies and do this myself too. But I've never done this before, so it'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so I've still, long story short, been really enjoying playing some off stream, and I appreciate y'all putting up with me streaming it the other day. It was a fun time on Thursday. Jay was saying on his stream too that he's like, oh, I want to stream more RuneScape. And it's like, I'm almost feeling that fucking itch too. I promise I'm not just going to become a RuneScape streamer. That's not my plan. But it's kind of a nice thing where it's like, if I don't have anything else to do right now, or if, I'm not feeling whatever it is that I'm doing, it could be kind of a fun thing to pivot to. But anyway, tonight, I don't anticipate that happening. Because tonight, we are booting up Chrono Cross, which I had so much fun checking out this last weekend. Our first weekend of the game. Very, very excited to continue. I will boot up the game here, and as I do so, kind of let you know where we're at in the story, for those of you who are aware of the story, and then we'll get into it. So that's the plan. Also, hi, Shark! That feel and reads my kind. To be fair, it was Jay doing it, not me. But also, yeah, I probably will eat some sharks for that. I was debating if I want to do pineapple pizzas instead. Pineapple pizzas are a great healing item. Sharks are one click, but pineapple pizzas are good too. It's more clicks, but you get more health out of it. Anyway, here we go. We're going to boot up some Chrono Cross. Let's get into it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Here we go. Pineapple does go on pizza. The way you make the pineapple pizza in RuneScape is funny to me too. Because you bake a pizza, right? You know, you gotta get some sauce, gotta get some cheese, gotta get your dough. You bake it. And then you just put sliced pineapples on top of it. You don't cook it with it. You just kind of boop. And that's what you do. Oh, right, it's bean time. Fuck, that's right. I need to grab those beans. Sorry about that. What if I'm not? What if you're not what, Miss Dom? Also, hi. Dom is playing Harvestella right now. And I hope you're enjoying it. I'm about to eat each of these beans together because of Dustin. So let's grab one. And I'll eat them all together if the last one's not a Reaper. What the fuck is this? Just solid dark blue. What's this? I think this is blueberry, which is actually... That's nice. That'll help in the triple threat here. I think that's blueberry. This one, let's take a look and see what we get. I'm hoping for not barf, because that one sucks, especially with combos like these. Alright, we got... What the fuck is this? Oh, this is one of the new ones, right. This is cappuccino or liver and onions. That's already a bad combo either way, so... Alright, here's to hoping it's not a Reaper. Right, isn't it a fucking jam? Blueberry coffee could be good. You think so? Oh, that's Sriracha. I thought that was the Reaper. I was like, oh, fuck. I think it's Sriracha. Alright, I'll do them all at once. The triple threat, courtesy of Dudney. We've got blueberry, we've got Sriracha, and either liver and onions or cappuccino. That's not, that shouldn't be horrible. So, there they all are. Bon appetit. That's liver and onions. I don't taste anything else but liver and onions, and like I feel the Sriracha, but it doesn't contribute any flavor. I have to get this whole fucking wad down. That's the worst part of these. Ah. Ugh. Also, what's up, Solstice? What, Dustin? Alright. Hey, there's Zoa. This is one of the other routes that you could have taken. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Oh, God, that was fucking rough, though. Alright, so, now let's talk about the story. I don't want to give a full, like, overview of it. I'll try to be brief, though. We found out that, we're in a timeline, we're in a world right now, where we died 10 years ago as a small child. There was a situation that happened that had a 50-50 chance of us living or dying, and essentially there was sort of a split, parallel universe type style. We knew our experience, were raised in a, happy situation. We had people who knew us and loved us or whatever. But all of a sudden, at an instant, we were in a world where people didn't know who we were. And when we said who we were, they didn't believe us because we died 10 years ago and we were buried. And so some of this was revealed to us a little bit later during the second stream of this game. But there were some folks who were after us. We were a ghost to them. And they are the group known as the Dragoons, the Acacia Dragoons, led by, was it General Viper? I don't remember what his title is. I think it's General Viper. Led by General Viper. And we had no clue why they were after us. We don't know why we're here. But it seems like fate brought us here for some reason, and there's something important for us to do that's requiring us to be pulled into this timeline. Now, at the very end of the stream on Sunday, it was revealed to us from a character named Lynx that maybe we were brought here for a malicious intention. He called us the Assassin of Time, or something like that. That somehow we are being brought into this world towards these ends, which don't seem particularly good right now, but obviously I don't really know much about what's going on here. And then he called us the Chrono Trigger, which, I mean, title drop to the game before this. I don't know what all connections there are going to be between this game and Chrono Trigger, but we did get called the Chrono Trigger by Lynx. And then ourselves, Kid, our ally who's been with us, we dropped out of the building. We fell off the ledge on the balcony, and we have now woken up in someone's home. And that is what we know. So I think that's enough. Also, what's up, Dark? Imagine someone attending your funeral, then you show up and tell them it's you. They hate to see a dead man win, and they love to see a gay man sinning. The way this connects to Trigger is wonderful. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm very excited to see it. That's the first link I've seen so far. At least super direct one. Alright, so we're going to continue our save where ripples become waves. You can see that there's us. His name is Surge, but I named him after myself. Kid. And then last but not least, right there, it's all about the same point. His name is Guile, and he was our guide who took us into the Viper Manor where we were investigating the Dragoons. Now, there's actually 3 different routes that you can do to get in, and it depends on which character you have come along with you. And it sounds like taking Guile is the most common. I feel like I just found him right away, and I didn't even realize there were other people I could have asked, because I just didn't explore that. But I knew there were other characters. I knew the other characters who you could bring along. I just didn't know you could bring them along. So anyway, now we are going to continue. We are waking up in some place. We don't know what happened. I wish we would have officially gotten Radical Dreamers in NA because it's 10 out of 10. You're finally awake. If you're looking for your friends, they're outside. Okay. Yeah, who knows what the heck happened to us? Is this a ladder I can climb? No, not that way. You go this way to get out. Oh, you won't let me loot your house? Come on, this is a JRPG. I have to loot everything inside of your house. Oh, that's our buddy. Oi, Drew. You finally woke up, eh? Alright, what kind of an accent did she have? I guess like an Australian accent. But I'm not good at accents, so. Give you thanks to Korcha. He's the one that saved us after we fell off the cliff. No sweat. It's all part of my job as a ferryman. But I have to admit, you caught me by surprise when you came falling from the sky. You're lucky that it was the sea that you fell into, and not the rocks. Aye, Korcha. But geez, you're such a wuss. How could you get knocked out from such a short fall? As for me, a little graze like this ain't gonna knock me down. Oh man, she's burning up. There's a clinic in this village. We should take her there. Come on, I need your help. Doctor. Well, it seems the patient has been poisoned with Hydra venom. I would say the most she has to live is about 2 days. What the fuck? If we had some Hydra humor, we'd be able to neutralize the poison. Doc, if we find this Hydra humor, we can save this girl? Yes, but that's impossible now. Hydras are now extinct on El Nido. What do you mean extinct? What's going on? Hydras are very rare and valuable creatures. The blood, bones, meat, every part is valuable. It's considered to be a panacea for various illnesses. That's the reason Hydras were hunted to extinction in El Nido. As a result, a whole species has been made extinct, and all just to make a quick fortune. Is there no way to find this humor? If we could cross the sea to the mainland, there might be a chance, right? That's not possible. The currents of El Nido are extremely dangerous this time of year. It'd be futile to try and cross the sea unless you were on a large vessel. Even if you manage to get there, your chances of finding Hydra humor are bleak. We do not have much time. Doctor? Do you have an idea? Hey, Doc, where are you going? Nothing's been resolved yet. Excuse me. I need to be alone for a while. Sorry. Drew, what are we going to do? Kid is gonna die if we leave her like this. Is this some kind of joke? Wait right here. I'll go get the doctor back. What about where nipples become shaved? Oh, what the fuck was that? Also, who the hell are you? What's this? No apologies for bumping into moi? Ooh la la, don't you know any manners? I thought it was her. Look who it is. Haha, she's down for the count, just as I thought. Seems like people like her. Drew, mon ami. Why don't we just leave her be? Title pun, ripples on the waves. Oh. I see. Ripples on the waves. You said nipples become shaved. Got it. Who are you and what's with that strange costume? C'est terre. I don't know how to speak. I don't know French. I have no business with no chicken hawk. I am having a conversation with Drew. You're bothering moi, so keep your mouth shut. Why you? I ain't gonna let you barge into this room and get away with all the stuff you said. You made me mad. I'll show you some manners. I'm not gonna cut you any slack just because you're a girl. Hey Twig, how you doing today? Try if you dare. I am not so weak as to be caught by a chicken hawk. You got some nerve. You're gonna regret it. Charge! Oops. Where'd she go? Damn it, where'd she go? Ah, you're amusing. Ah, such a simpleton. It's so much fun playing jokes on you. I was only here to see how she was doing, but I had fun while I was at it. So long, Drew. Au revoir, mon ami. Does that mean my love? Mon ami. My, like mon ami, is that love? Like amour? Please dream of moi every night, oui? Little blows the kiss and dips. She's a loon. What's her deal? I just don't get it. Oh wow, just got an ad for Sonic Frontiers playing Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. That had to be expensive. Oh wow. Hey Twig, what's up? Sorry about your ad. Yo Drew, are all of your friends like that? I don't know her. I don't think she's my friend. Oh, Drew. Come on, go talk to her. Drew, I'll leave this with you. It's my favorite amulet. To receive the astral amulet. Remember what the prophet said, Drew. Where did it all start? Where do angels lose their way? Try to remember, Drew. I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm gonna rest up for a while. Drew, are all of your friends like that? Dom on the existence of shark. If only. Hydra don't mind ads. Well, hello, welcome in. You heard what the doc said. There are no more hydras in this world. On top of that, there's no way to get to the mainland, and El Nido isn't that small a place. Are you gonna take a 1 in a million chance to search for this thing just to save a girl you barely even know? Hey, what you gonna do? I don't know, find a way to save her. Well, we gotta find a way to save her, obviously. Alrighty then, I'll come along with you. Korcha joined the party? By the way, do you have a clue where to start looking? Hey, do ya? That's what I thought. Where in the world should we start? All we have left is that girl's amulet. You're doing alright? You had a small birthday party for my brother today, and now I'm just chilling playing Pokemon. Heck yeah! It was also Rimage's birthday today, too. What'd you do for the birthday party, though? What you gonna do, Ganny? Bad boys. If only we had some kind of clue. I've heard this scene before. Maybe you should go see the shaman. The shaman might be able to give you some clues from that amulet. That's right, the shaman. A shaman. That is an unfamiliar word. The shaman inherits the power of the dragon god and governs the village. You're like a mayor or chief. The shaman might know something, although I can't say for sure. It's worth a try. We'll continue this outside. Let's decide what to do at the boat. Shaman. I bought the double pack. You got Scarlet and gave Violet. Then you made a cake and got a card. Heck yeah, that sounds nice. Oh. Hey, that looks like it's Lynx. Oh, you're Luna from Mel's place. What? Oh, hey. That Mel, what's she up to? What's that? What's up? That's just a cat. Strange guy. Come on, let's get going. That was the shadow that came off of Lynx. A little suspicious. We need to get going as soon as possible, but you probably need to equip yourselves, right? I'll be waiting here. Call me when you're ready to go. We haven't got much time, so hurry. We need to see the shaman. Go down this way. Take the ladder to the second floor of the merchant tower and go left. There's a tower called the Dragon Shrine. It wasn't a lot, but it was what I could afford. We had fun. Well, that's the important part, right? Okay, ladder to the second floor of the merchant tower and go left. Okay. Very determined. This is a small village. You shouldn't have any problems finding your way. Cool. Hi. Welcome, traveler. I will trade you materials for your extra elementals. Elements. That's actually nice. Let's see. Goods for your unwanted elements. Oh. I mean, if I need some of these for crafting, I might do this, but... Because I do have a bunch of, like, magma plumes to give up, but... for now, I'll wait until I see what I need. Oh, I received this bone from a trader, but I would like you to set it adrift in the seas. I'm sure its real owner would have liked to have it returned to nature. So can you fulfill my request? Oh, I wonder if it's his arm, or his leg or something. Receive the pelvic bone. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you need guts to get through life. Hey, that's right. My favorite dish is Termina's favorite squid gut pasta. Give the cats a treat. All right, let's give him one. This is for upgrading equipments. So I'm just taking a look. Copper rod is an upgrade for him. I'll probably pick it up. All right, let's get the cats a treat. I'm gonna put the music back up though, because it's very nice. I'm running out in this treat bag, but I did buy another one, so you can see Zinni's on the chair, Anya's up there, so treat yourself. Thank you. Alright, they both got their treats. Thanks, Shark. Okay. Let us return. And, we will get some gear and load on up and head on out. So, let's do it. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, get some water too. Thanks, Funkle Shark. Alright, we're gonna buy the copper rod. Let's see about armor. I don't think we really need... Yeah. I mean, that would be an upgrade for him. I need fur for it. But accessories. Copper helmet. Nah. Now, could I get fur from you? Oh, I could, yeah. Yeah, we can trade for some fur. We have so many magma bombs. I guess I'll just get rid of... Oh, it's a level 2 one, so that works. Nice. Yeah, we can make that. Alright, well, we will forge some armor for him. Actually, I guess the copper vest is an upgrade for both of us. Or no, it's a downgrade for me. It's an upgrade for him. So we definitely want the copper mail. Alright, let's get him equipped up with the new stuff that we got. Bone rod, we will equip the copper rod. Lower hit percent, but higher attack. It's only by 1 point, though, that it's lowered. Ivory mail will change the copper mail. Straight up upgrade. Oh yeah, I forgot we had the power glove. Because I'm assuming we just got our stuff back from her. Most likely. What's up, Natty? How you doing? Oh yeah, this just makes him tankier, which seems fine. I'm fine with him being kind of tanky. And then what about for him? How are you today, Natty? I hope you had a lovely day. Thanks for coming on in. I appreciate you. Oh, we had a copper mail just sitting around. Probably because she had one. Let's see. Power glove would be kind of sick. Copper helmet I might just wear, though. And then, let's see. Improves hit percent. Improves attack power. I feel like my hit percent's actually pretty okay. So we're just going to go big damage right now. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully we don't miss a bunch. And that works for us. Anything with elements I want to customize here? Elements, allocate. Oh, I do have new slots for him, so I can put some things here. So, I haven't talked about this system yet today. I haven't really described much about how Chrono Cross works in terms of the combat. It's a pretty complex system, and it all revolves around using these elements, which are different magical abilities. They have a different color associated with them. It's like fire is red, wind is green, water/ice is blue. As you progress through the story, you get more slots to put these things in. And to use them, you have to use basically regular attacks to build up an ability to use your elements. And getting the whole field one color makes that color more powerful. Each character has their own innate color too, so they, if your innate color is red, having a red field, I think, improves your abilities. It makes them do more damage or whatever. But blue abilities are weaker in a red environment. So if you have a red environment and you want to use a blue move, it won't do nearly as much damage. Also, the innate abilities that people have, opposite color. Yeah, so opposite colors are like, there's like that relationship. So if it's an all red field, blue is worse, but red is better, and everything else is neutral. If you have a red innate ability, you'll take less damage from red, and you'll take more damage from blue. So you can see how the system can get like a little bit, complex already, and there's more to it as well. What I'm going to do actually is I am going to... I think I'm going to do... I might do turn black. because he is a black aligned. He has a black what's it called? Innate ability. And I have white, so I might give that one to him. Graviton I'll probably give to him too. I was kind of going for mostly white and like orange. I think I'm gonna put Ice Blast there. Recover All seems good. Dash and Slash. I'm gonna put another blue one here, I think. Let's turn blue. I want Ice Lance. We have Heal on green. Turn black for him. We do have the Fireball. But I think I'm going to turn that into Ice Lance as well. Because blue is the field that Kid is weak in, so I was kind of avoiding using it, but... Alright, he doesn't have any additional ones here, so... Graviton would be nice to put in here, though. Or Graviton, however you would say it, I guess. Let's reorder these. Let's do by this. Place the Fireball there. I would love to do turn white as well, but let's do turn white here. Let's do... Where is it? Gravity Jolt. We'll do that in place of Arrow Saucer. And that's fine. Alright. Let's continue. Back in my day, environments don't matter. But what if I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die? Well then, I guess you gotta dabba dee dabba die then, Shark. Let me rest a little bit. Even though I might look young, I only have the strength of an average human. Hi. My partner's a demi-human, but he's got no energy. Jeez, he's worthless. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen yet, there is this class system in this game, like societal class, where there are what people are called. There's humans, and then there's what the humans call demi-humans, and we don't really know that much about demi-humans yet. Korcha is one of them, and they seem great, but for some reason people seem to shit on demi-humans. The demi-humans in this village get along with humans, but many others of our kind still hold a grudge against humans. Those that were driven off the mainland gathered to build the village of Marbule. It's on the big island way down southeast of here. Hello. Sorry to be abrupt, but have you ever come across a shiny material? What's a shiny material? Elements are common items nowadays, but there's a special kind called summon elements. This kind releases awesome power based on one of the 6 attributes. Shiny material is a mysterious byproduct of this phenomenon. The material is an essential item for craftsmen to forge advanced weapons, armor, and accessories. So everything depends on the skill of the craftsman. Well, okay. I don't think I've seen that yet, but... Hello. The population is lower compared to the past. Old customs might fade away with time. Demi-human Lovato over here. Let's see. Can't go that way, I guess. Let's go up this ladder. I think this is where we're gonna go, is to go left here. What's in here, though? We're a small village, but we have some rare elements you won't find in bigger towns. Let's take a look. What do you have? These ones are very common. Tablet, medicine, ointment, antidote, bracer. We have bushwhacker and arrow saucer, which, that's fine. Uplift, electrojolt, photon ray, meteorite, gravity blow, hell soul. I might buy hell soul. We don't have that yet. It's a little bit tempting for me to buy, like... Also, I have so much money. Wait, I have 15k. Well, I guess let's just buy a few of these, I guess, because I could always throw them on other characters if need be. I have one of these allocated. I'll buy another one. Buy another one of these. Another one of these. We might as well, right? We have the money for it. Hello. As a man of the sea, You gotta be on your toes whether you're on land or manning the ship. I always pay close attention to my element placement. You have to think about terrain and attribute conditions, so it's pretty complicated. That is true. Hello. Far off in the eastern El Nido Sea, there's a village, Marbule, homeland to us demi-humans. But my friends there hate humans. Sounds like they have a reason to hate humans, frankly. Is there anything over here? Just a dock. Yes, there is. To the north of this village lies Earth Dragon Isle, which the locals call the land where the dragon sleeps. Until a few years ago, the surface was covered with sand, but somehow the sand disappeared completely overnight. Interesting. What's in here? Oh, this is where we were before. This is where we woke up, right? Or maybe not. This is Korch's mom. Oh, hi there. There isn't much here, but feel right at home. Thank you. Can I climb this? I'm guessing this is like Korch's room. Is it a chest or something to sit on? Oh, wow. Hello. You're new around here, right? Do you know what these wires are for? If you don't know, I'll teach you for a special price of 5 gold. Alright, sure, here you go. We're teaching you, I'll need that 5 gold. There you go. Okay, here goes with a quick rundown of the whole gadget. This wire connects to the docks. There's also a second wire connected to the shrine. Basically, it's a shortcut to the docks. You can get there a lot faster than walking. Plus, it feels great. The only problem is you can't come back the same way. You can't defy gravity, you know. Wow, thank you for that great tip. 5 gold. We gotta go on the rope now, obviously. Are you gonna block the way to it? I want to become the wind. I have to pay 5 gold every time? Have a safe flight. Woo! Wow. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that because I didn't really have any reason to, but hey, why not? Did I ever go this way? I didn't. Another life is about to slip through my hands, just like before. Studying medicine changed nothing at all. Man, I'm so powerless. Oralha. So are you just gonna give up on this life? That's not the case, is it? If you do, who else will help her back from the edge of life and death? What's your opinion on Cesium 137? I don't have much of an opinion on Cesium 137. Why do you ask? I don't know your past. Living bound by the past is a very painful thing. You need to face reality head on. Running away isn't a sin, but it accomplishes nothing. But I saw Zinni squatting. One thing is different from the past. You have the ability to heal. Everyone in the village recognizes that. Don't suffer by yourself. We have Cesium 137 in the lab shark. It's what we use to calibrate our Geiger. It caused a nuclear incident in... It's a D's nuts joke. If you give up now, you'll never be freed from your past. Now go. Don't let it end without doing something first. I've done them a discourtesy. I'm a failure as a doctor, but I must do what I can. Thanks, Oralha. Dramatic. Oh, we're not gonna go in right now. Okay. I was gonna be nosy, but... This is where we climbed before. I think left was to the shaman. But I wanted to see over here. Google it later. Oh, this is so this is a real thing. Okay. I was gonna see if there's anything cool down here. It is definitely a pretty manageable town to get around. A lot of cats in Chrono Cross. Hello. Mel. What? Don't you bother me. I've got to concentrate. Oh, that's the cat. People playing in cesium powder? Oh. Oh, is that his sister? Maybe this is his room? Anya's misbehaving. We already went up to the top, but we'll go up again. We won't ride down this time, we'll just climb down. I do this because it gets her to stop. I don't even have to get... Just kidding, she didn't stop. Ah, hi, sweetie. Jeez. How do you feel about helium, curium, and barium? I don't know, Shark. How do you feel about them? Just relaxing. That's right. You can't helium or curium, you barium. Good one, Shark. Well, she might play here with us for a little bit. Let's see. She doesn't usually stay too long if she does. Alright, well, let's continue. We'll go this way. We'll head to where the shaman is. Staring at? Oh, there's the rope. Hello. This is the Dragon Shine, residence of our chief, Shaman Diria. Be sure to act courteously on the premises. Will do. A regular old chuckster I am, true that. There's a save crystal. Shrine Maiden. Welcome to the Dragon Shrine. I am Stina, a shaman serving village chief and High Priestess Direa. I presume that you have come to this shrine seeking assistance. Please don't hesitate to ask Chief Direa for guidance. Direa? Direa? I don't know how you would say it. You have a young, yet gentle air. An odd wind swirls around you. I have heard that such wind bearers appear at times, but... You speak the truth? That you are already dead in this world? I see. That's why you have an odd air about you. As for a way to return to your original world, I do not know. There are always reasons why such phenomena occur. The land of Genesis. Your only key may lie there. The key that connects your world to this one. I think this is what Lynx was describing. It is, shall we say, a dimensional distortion of sorts. If events in your world are different from events here, it may be possible to save the girl stricken by the Hydra poison. Oh! What's up, Noe? Noe, thank you for the raid! Ah, interesting. So we go to the other world and maybe get it. That is if the extinct Hydra still exists in your world. Noe, how was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid! We'll go ahead and save here really quick. Thanks for the work, Lurk Kyra, I appreciate it. One must choose one's own path, but as long as one is human, one will sometimes become lost. I pray that your journey will be blessed by the guidance of the 6 great dragon gods. You stream 10 hours of Pokemon? That's impressive. You must be enjoying it then. Alright, well, we got the info we wanted here. I'll pay the 5 gold. We'll come down this way. I want to become the wind. 2 gold, that's fine. 2 gold to become one with the wind. Easy peasy. Alright, let's go, Korcha. Are you ready to go? Ready anytime. Are you really sure? Don't you dare tell me you want to come back later. Think about it really carefully. Are you positively sure? We're really trying to... Yeah, I guess I'm ready. Alright, we're off. All of you get in the boat. Really been enjoying it. You can't wait to play more. How far are you in the game, Noe? This man's such a sweetie right now. Wow! You've been having a lot of fun with Scarlet? I'm glad to hear that. What version do you have, Noe? Your 3rd batch, heck yeah. Oh, this is back to Termina, isn't it? Hey! Sorry, not you, I'm sorry. Oh, it's this fucking guy. Who said you could dock that thing here? Get that thing out of here right now! Hey, don't be such a hardhead. It's not like we're robbing from anyone. Besides, nobody else is docking here, right? But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is... Here, keep it. You can't bribe me with some. The delicious scent and subtle texture. This must be the famous rare drink of the Dragonians. Dragon's glory. Kitty. Yeah, Violet. I thought this might happen, so I snagged from my mom's kitchen. Alright, I'll give you special permission this time. The next time I might not go easy so easy on you. When that happens, don't worry, I'll get some more for you. Very well. You're pretty quick for a kid. If you don't hurry, that girl's gonna die. But you can't do this alone, so why don't you let me come along? Yay. No worries, go do your thing, Noe. Korcha temporarily joined your party. Yay! We'll keep Korcha as is for now. I haven't been changing anyone else's name. Nobody asks for elements and things like that. Oh, he's blue. Copper lure, copper mail. Let's see what he has for elements. Oh, he has like none. Unfortunately, headbutt, cool. How's Chrono Cross going, Drew? It's going well so far. I've been really happy to play this game. I've been really looking forward to it. It's been great so far. Cool. We'll go with that for now. I wonder if there's anything else we can do here at Termina. We're very sorry, but the event has been postponed indefinitely due to the manor break-in. Please go to the ticket booth for a refund. Any auction breeders in chat? That's me. We haven't done much yet today, Nathan. But I'm really enjoying the game. Is this her? Oh, it's Mickey! We've heard of this character, but we had never met her yet. Huh. The concert's been postponed. Mickey's acting strange. I just want to pack him and hurry out of Termina for crying out loud. What's up, Pinoy lad? How are you doing today? And here are the twins again. Sounds like Nikki was snooping around Viper Manor. He won't tell us why, but something really shocked him. Yeah, we could have apparently had her join us. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't let us in. For just here, drinking canned water. I do love my my liquid death, yes. I don't know if I want to re-talk to all these NPCs. But there's a couple that I'm kind of interested in seeing if they're around. Back in my day, we drank out of the sink and we liked it. Oh, yeah, I gotta add the Drooby emotes. I probably could buy more elements. But for now, I'll just leave it. Oh. Her mom sucks, by the way. So we're supposedly... So... Okay. Maybe I should talk to more random people. I guess everyone does have new dialogue because of things changing. Did you hear that infamous band of thieves, the Radical Dreamers, raided Lord Viper's manor? It's become so vicious around here. If only we had peace, I couldn't wish for anything more. Well... Alright, maybe once I have the whole skeleton. Yeah, we know about this character. Bluetooth was acting up for a moment. Hypothetical time. You spin a wheel with the 50 chance of winning $1 million or losing your life. Do you spin? Yeah. I couldn't do that for a 50-50 shot. Happy Rim Age Day. Heck yeah! What's up, Miles? It is our friend Rim's birthday today. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How much would I charge for a Viper Churro? I'm gonna say 50 gold. Well, there you go. Congrats. Fortunately, this isn't the only day of the year Drew likes to rim. What is that supposed to mean? I wonder if he's still here. Are you done playing with your thing yet? He's playing with a badge that this guy had. Oh my god, Rim? Because RYM, Rim? Okay, got it. I understand now. The fate of the thieves that disappeared into the dark. How pitiful. This is the other guy you could have come with you. If a hero like moi could have been there, moi could have prevented such a tragedy from ever occurring. I am playing with your thing yet. Quote ad. The smithy could make me some copper stuff, but I don't really need it. This is our painter friend's house. Get rid of this room. The radical dreamers have raided Lord Viper's manor. Damn bandits, it's just as I thought. I mean, it's only a matter of time before they come to steal my treasure. Where's your treasure at? Full of Dragon's Glory. Oh, I have seen this room actually. I just didn't see him here. Is the sun still here? Don't bother. It appears that the festival may be cancelled too. I may end up watching everything from this balcony like I did last year. Oh. Whenever I see like the portraits for a character, it makes me think that they're important. But I also wonder how many of them we're actually going to see much of moving forward. Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything? That's a good question. Can we have you free the mermaid? Hey you, can you hear me? If you don't try to get yourself out of there, nobody's ever gonna help you. Do you get that? Hey, don't try pulling anything funny, Korcha. Oh, he just wants to go for a swim. Let's see if there's anything else going on down here. Why are they crying here? Who is this? Oh, blessed child, flow with the river and rest in peace. When thou returnest to this world once again, may thou greet thy father and mother with a blessed smile. Come, please say your last farewells. What is this wrestling mask? Why? Why did such a sweet child have to? My only wish for you was to drink with you when you were grown up. Why did you have to leave us? The boat shall now be cut adrift. Your son's spirit shall ascend to heaven with your warm blessings. Everything that is form must eventually fade away. Although that may be nature's way, I feel my heart being torn apart at times like this. It's for COVID's safety. Why must we face death? And who is the one that decides when we die? Gets. I have not yet seen the light, amigo. Instructions unclear. Hi! Dear passing stranger, if you have a moment to spare, please give this wandering soul a small prayer to guide him on his path. Okay. That guy seems interesting. Can I come in? Those damn dragoons. What nerve they have to call me an imposter. Especially after they dragged me all the way out to this valley. Huh. Someone's been playing a prank. Don't concern yourself about it. Please take any of your inquiries to Greco over there. Are you really a human who does not exist in this world? We're now drifting between the boundaries of life and death. You're too young to be taken into the arms of darkness. Although it is in my best interest to aid you, my duty is to watch over the spirits here. It's alright, Greco. I'll be here to keep things in order. Romana, you are still too young to take on such a task. The spirits are always looking for a chance to draw the living into the darkness. But my brother Getz was able to save you from being drawn into the dark. He gave his life to help you. I'm the sister of Getz. A small thing now and then won't get me down. This time you must save this one from the darkness. I think Getz desires that too. See, you might be right. I believe that only way to make up for my mistakes to Getz was to live in hiding for the rest of my life. I realize now I was only trying to escape from my responsibilities. May I assist you in escaping the darkness, amigo? Hell yeah, new party member? Greco tags into your party. You in here and pretend to be immune. Pasta. Wow, we have Greco. Welcome to the crew, Greco. I might replace Guile with you just to see what's going on here. Let's take a look at him. See what his special one is here. Clothesline? Oh, hell yeah. Unfortunately, the two of them are going to kind of work against each other with their different innates here. You're considering 1 AM Taco Bell? You know, I can't blame you for that. We'll try this out for now, I guess. How many gear do you have equipped? These copper things. Oh, I see. It doesn't unequip things from people when you swap them. Their new spicy grilled chicken nacho fries call you. Spicy grilled chicken nacho or spicy grilled cheese nacho fries? That sounds interesting. Have you had them, Jay? I'm gonna buy some elements actually. You having their bomb? Whatever. I guess I'll save really quick. You should get Taco Bell on Monday. I probably shouldn't, but I want to. So, our current objective was to see if we could get to the other world, right? And then find hydras there. Because in this world, we couldn't. Now, this is Viper Manor. I don't know if we can get back in from the front. Shadow Forest. I don't know if we know what this place in the middle is. Maybe I could get there, though. We couldn't get there because of poison. The Hydra Marshes. Hey, how's it going, Sarah? Welcome in. Oh, you say you're searching for a Hydra? Didn't you know they died out years ago? You won't find any of them on El Nido now. If you're wondering what happened, just look around you. The ecosystem that kept the water clean has been destroyed, and the water is just pools of acid. What once was a beautiful living woodland has now become a dead forest. I am doing alright, Sarah. It's good to see you. Oh, what is this? Oh. I don't think I've come here yet. Hi. In the old days, many of my friends and fellow believers would come here to worship. It's quite lively, particularly during the festival seasons. I miss those days. Years ago, these falls were considered a holy place by the worshippers of the divine dragon faith. The hordes of humans began to migrate to these lands, or to these islands, and we were pushed into the outlying regions. In the cultural takeover that ensued, the spiritual significance of places such as this was soon forgotten. Hi. We can't let you in until our investigation is complete. Hey, Captain, found anything yet? Finders keepers, we were here first. Nice sweet cat. Cool looking sprites. I like him too, Sarah. I'll pull up the pause menu and... Yeah, I like him too. I like the art in this remake, this remaster. I've got Ani on my lap. Hell yeah, Guile. What's going on, Zell? I just got a new party member. Recco. Corch is now with us too. You ever seen this or the originals? Same here. The question, of course, is where we go to do this. I guess we can also talk to the fortune teller back up here too, maybe. Maybe it's worth getting on the boat and going somewhere else. Please read my fortune. What's up, Oracle? Yeah, read my fortune. Greco. When your long journey reaches its end, the heavy burden that rests upon your shoulders will be lifted at last. Aww. Good Corches. Your fortune tells that yours is a hopeless love. I'm sorry, but you've got to give up. Ah, don't give me such baloney. Thank you for reading. What did I miss the first 2 days? How far have you gone? So, where we're at currently, Zell, is we have investigated Viper Manor with Kid, and we met Lynx there, who called us the Chrono Trigger. We know that we're dead in this world, but we came to this one, and Kid was poisoned, So we have to go find a Hydra to get a humor from it. But they're extinct in this world, so we have to figure out how to get to the other one. And what's up, Drew? Good to see you. Pleasure having you, Drew. How are you today? If I told you it's my birthday, would you show me armpit? No. But if it is your birthday, happy birthday. I did go with finding the cure, yes. You show feed for $100. Don't tell Dr. Vaseline that. They don't need to know that, Shark. Wow, it's Korcha. I'm delighted to meet you. I'm Mr. Korcha. Can you tell me how you built your boat? How, huh? There's not much to explain since boats are more commonly used than shoes for moving around in Gold Oak. Oh, it isn't a thank you? Oh, you're welcome. I get it. That's why Korcha's always barefoot. Well, that's not exactly why. You never forget me otherwise? Yeah, I had to go get the cure for her. How are your Chrono Crossings? So far, they're good. I feel like I don't entirely understand what I want to do next. Oh, I wonder if Glenn is here. I guess not. These other people have just taken his house, basically, for some reason. That's where him and his brother were at. But yeah, so Guile was the one that I had bring me along. It's quite confusing, honestly. And I'm hoping the hanging out with Pokemon is going well, Drew. Hope you're having fun. Let me take our boat, actually. Talk to you. You're not talking to me. I don't want to go back to Goldove. I was hoping I could travel freely on the sea, but I can't. These are party members, yes. So I'll show you, Drew. We have a few different ones. One is currently sick. But we do have another party member who's just hanging around, too. Greco looks awesome, right? The wrestling mask. I'm a fan, too. Anya's very content on my lap currently. Although, I'll show you. My leg is kind of falling asleep. She's big passed out. She's not much of a lap cat. It's usually Zinni who is. But Anya's taken the place today, at least. Leg's kind of asleep. I'm sorry, was I moving around too much? Alright, let's get back into it. Drew, I was enjoying chatting about Fire Emblem with you today. Alright, let's go. So we gotta figure out where the hell to go. We're a very high society for that? True that. Absolutely. So you were saying you might stream Path of Radiance next? Is that what you were thinking? This is their house. I should go back to the beach where it happened to me. so. I've read it's not too long to 100%. Fire Emblem Friends told me it's probably the best story. Is this the place? It's just your average beach. What do we do now, amigo? Oh? Wait, is it really just as easy as this? What the hell is this thing? I'm not really used to supernatural stuff. But this is the dimensional wormhole that connects the two worlds. Ah, we found it! Wow, I guess it was the Astral Amulet. Here we are. It felt like my body splitting in two, a very strange feeling. Now that we are in the other world, I still cannot believe it, though. Over here, I guess. Do I have to go through here? Oh, I do. I haven't gone through there in this world yet. This is where the Hydras are. Oh, why if it isn't Drew? Didn't the village elders tell you not to come here? Is some kind of business here? I won't ask you what it is. I can tell by the look on your face that it's somewhere important. Something important. Here, go on through. I'm sure the three of you can handle yourselves. Before you enter here, I'll give you a word of advice. The marshes are a maze full of poisonous monsters. Be prepared. You should have the gear that, yeah, poison-resistant clothing. Sorry. My legs asleep. I had to move it. Sickle girl. Nice. Lay down. And she laying back down. There you go. Definition of lab cat. True. Ah, so you notice, that's a rare plant you'll only find growing in Hydra marshes. You touch it and talk to it, it bends backwards for a little while to form a bridge. Another way to bend it. The dwarves know, but they hate humans and won't tell us. Found a feather. I know those enemy encounters just kind of fuck you up. Just to the left there. What you doing standing there in a daze? I hate cold and clammy places. Besides, we ain't got time to sit and toast marshmallows, man. What are these things? I don't know if I fought these yet. First combat of the stream! An hour and 36 minutes in. Swamp Bug A, Swamp Bug B. Bam! Nice! I'm just gonna see him punch people out. Beautiful. Too slippery for us to climb that. Just go up this way next. Hello. Oh. Wait, is that... It is a dwarf. Daggy dwarf? Seems OP. I like the shape of that fella. Me too. Because we can't reach from here. Someone slapped me last time I tried to do something with that. This time it works. It's up here. Brew found cure. Nice. I'll probably give that to someone. Welcome in, Mr. Common Rider. Thank you for the raid. Common, how is your stream? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. This looks like kind of a long way. I'll go back to the left here. I hope you had a great one. There we go. Cat has hopped off me. I can readjust. Common is here. Grab a beer. What's going on up here? Everybody down. Something big's heading our way. Shit. What was that thing? I cannot believe this place. It's a big dragonfly. Common rode off his motorbike and told us all to take a hike. Now we're here at another stream he likes. We found Brace. Thanks for raiding as well, Rav. Let me give you a shout out, Common. See what you're up to. What do you think about Harley? I can see why people like her. She, I don't know how to feel about her yet. Hi! Would you like to be my friend? Did you see a strange looking creature up ahead? Every perished many times tonight in the fight against Supernatural? Oh no. Hi! Let's talk, I want to be friends. Bubba Biba? This Biba, no place for humans, Biba! Go away! Biba off! Oh, we're fighting. My partner's jealous of the clown girl, that's funny. It's Biba. Leave it to Biba! Biba, call friend! Let's get the whole field, blue. Actually, green is what's good against them, but I don't have green here. Oh, guys, channeling Jar Jar. Misa! Whoa! Look at that. Alright, get him. Let's go, Greco. Oh, I guess we just have Cure, don't we? I'll just hit him again. Biba, call another friend! How did I get one attack in? Is it that slow? Oh, it just wasn't his turn, I guess. Headbutt! Actually, let's do the... Ooh. put that on Greco. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working. Gonna borrow a page from Dom, actually cringing right now. Eva called even one more friend. Now his attacks will do more damage because it's all blue. Oh, that miss? It's a bummer. Hey, what's up, Kotodon? Time to headbutt. Actually, I should probably do some attacks and then headbutt. Hello! How are you? And then I'll headbutt next. My weekend's been okay. Zinni's not been feeling too great, so that's kind of put a big damper on my weekend, but I'm glad that I'm off work. Alright, let's headbutt. She'll be doing a lot. Bam! Well, so the vet said there is no... the vet said there's no stones. They did an x-ray. They think it's flooded. That it's the feline urinary tract disease. So they gave me some medication for the short term and then one that they want her on for life. So I sure hope so too. Not now, Zinni. You're in trouble. I should heal. Why are they all picking on Korcha? We're not quite done with blue yet, so I'm gonna just... I'll have Greco heal. Ice Blast! This should do a shit ton of damage, hopefully. 108! I thought it was frozen. Why is it moving? Why did it only heal 24? There's gotta be some other things that I'm missing here. Maybe his magical prowess is just really garbage or something. I guess he's also fire too, so maybe that's part of it. Innate fire. Pretty much the first one. His attributes just aren't well set up for healing, I guess. Oh yeah, you got Greco. What's up, Chris? I sure did. He's one of your favorites? I'm glad you like him. Yeah, I went back to town and we met up with Greco. I like him too. Wait, I gotta build up. Hold up. Then I can use the elements next. How are you today, my friend? We're gonna finish it off with a dash and slash. This should do a shit ton of damage, but obviously it's overkill. Dang, let's go, the finisher. Ta-da! Not a bunch of fur. I love Guile. We could put Guile back in. I Biba, sorry. Here, I give you this. Please forgive Biba. This Biba flute that has handed down in Biba family. It Biba magical. It calls Wingapede. It makes Wingapede Biba good Wingapede. It best Biba used in a wide open space. Well, I'll Biba seeing ya. You're hanging out with a buddy playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon? Oh, okay. Well, that's been fun. We found the Biba flutes. Why don't you try blowing the flute here, Drew? Those supposed to be in wide open spaces. Biba flutes. This Biba the wrong place. This isn't the wide open space I was talking about. See, I didn't think it was here, but Corcho is like, oh no, try it here, buddy. Thanks, Corcho. I want to take a look at our attributes. Oh, Greco has a Mage of 3, which means really bad magic ability. Do you have a blue cure? Sorry. Maybe there's a green one. I want to swap those. I'm going to replace that heal really quick. I'll probably just give him like a tablet or something instead, maybe. Or he's already got tablets. Hey! I guess I could give him the little heal, but that's probably even more useless on him, but... By the way, my stream has not crashed so far today, which makes me very happy. Hello. Looks like it's asleep. I'm gonna play at the flute. Wake up! It's not letting me play it. Oh. I don't like humans, but I don't hate them either. I just like strong beings, no matter what species they be, Which might you be? I'm strong as Mr. Universe. Let the challenge commence. Hi, Saif. How you doing? It's Biba. You're feeling alright, you're feeling sleepy when I shouldn't be. Get him, Graco. Oh. Leave it to Biba. Biba, call friend. Not this shit again. I guess I could be just magma bombing these. More friends. Oh, the last one missed. Biba call even one more friend. Biba has too many friends here. I'll probably have him heal himself here pretty soon. Let's hit Biba B. Surprised it's not more damage, but I guess his magic's just not that high. Yeah, that's some good damage. I'm just gonna heal to be safe. Oh, I have to hit first. Then I can heal. Si 61. Oh, I need, I guess we're done with blue now. Thanks, Kyra. Alright, we have Magnify. I still haven't seen him clothesline anybody. We'll definitely have him clothesline someone at some point here. Oops. Drew, have you ever gone to a barbershop and been, like, properly pampered? I guess I don't know entirely, like, how far your definition of properly pampered goes. So I've definitely gone to a barber and, you know, like had the, well, you know what? Probably actually, I think the answer is no. Because I've had, like, you know, nice shaves, like nice warm towels, things like that. But I know some places will do, like, even like a head massage or something like that. And I've never gotten that at the place I've gone to. Like a happy ending. Okay. We're just gonna freaking die again. I gotta get a recover all in here pronto. It just suddenly felt old because you thought it'd be nice for your birthday. Like a $150 barber session. What all comes with it for that price? I'll probably just have myself full heal. Oh, I need one more. Then I can heal. Happy ending. That should be a really good heal. 77. Pretty good. Does casting magic always take 7 stamina, or does it depend on the magic that you're using? Or the element that you're using, I should say. I'm gonna have to go grab something else to drink here in a moment. Ta-da! Not bad. Man's barbershop you can find is 50. That Biba quite fun. I give you treasure behind me. Hasta la Biba, baby. Hey Evan, how you doing? I'm gonna get some of the drink. Y'all can just wait on Hasta la Biba, baby. I don't know what the pressure of my lab is at, Shark, but probably around 1 atmosphere. Maybe a little bit less. So, you're showing some Elden Ring. How goes the Chrono Cross? So far, so good. I want a man to rub lotion on my face. Will you get that for 50 bucks? I was getting a little peckish, so I grabbed a little cheese. Let's see what it is. Drew found Bush Basher. Was reading about nuclear labs being kept in negative pressure. Well, what radioactive elements? What radioactive elements are they working with, Shark? Ani just knocking shit over. Let's see. Oh, it's a strong green one. Encases foe in a cage of thorny brambles. Oh yeah, I think I was like, oh, I've already seen this, but it's because I saw Bushwhacker. We'll probably use this at some point. Let's continue. Strontium was the big one. Yeah, so we don't work with that. We just have P32 and occasionally carbon-13, but usually just the P32. What's going on up here? A wide open space. Could this be it? Drew, why don't you try blowing that flute? Howdy. So this is a wingipede. It's actually smarter than I thought. Drew, why do you not try feeding it something? Oh! Its half-life is 2 weeks. Well, this doesn't seem good. Acidic gas. Oh, this is gonna suck ass. Just while we're keeping it green, I'll swap it soon though. They kind of do, Nathan, in a weird way. Oh my god. This is annoying. Oh, Jesus. Arrow saucer. It's not much damage, it's good. I might as well just go for the big one. Ice Blast! Soft serve just like my sex life? Wow. 107, nice. We're probably swapping off blue at this point. Let's make it red. I want to see clothesline. Looks like it's a little bit struggling now, maybe. Oh, I'm almost gonna die here. I need to do a heal all, actually. I'm about to run out of stamina, so that sucks. I guess he could heal, but his heal's gonna be pretty shit. I would rather just tablet. Greco's just Nacho Libre, ain't he? Yeah, it seems like pretty much. I'll Magma Bomb, keep it red. Lucha, Lucha. Does he have any fire on him? Damn it! I just need one of those to hit so I can heal. Ow. I think I needed... Yeah, I needed a bigger one to heal. But I'm gonna run out of... It's too bad. guess I could just tablet again. And now we're all ready to clothesline. Alright, I don't think I can use that. Just go for, Oh, we did it! Nice! That was a little concerning, but I still feel like that's not what we wanted to have happen. The foothold could give away at any minute. We should avoid passing through the middle. I feel like maybe if we had good food for it, maybe it would have done something different. I don't know. Let's use a couple antidotes. Unless I want it to break. I feel like that was a letdown. I'm now just like becoming like skeptical of like, maybe we did something incorrect. Maybe we were supposed to go get some food down here first or some shit. I don't know. I'm worried we screwed something up. Let me save really quick. One thing that I know from what people have told me in this game, but I don't really know, I don't know, every situation where this is true, is that a lot of my choices have very real consequences. And I don't know if it's like my everyday, just whatever choices that I make screwing around playing the game make that big of a difference. Or if it's just like big story-related choices. I guess we'll find out. When will you learn? I'll run up this way. That your actions have consequences. Alright, let's go. Right, we can go there. We can go here, though. Slap that. Watch it be like, a snack! Arrow saucer. The fact that you're even here tells me you made a choice today. I did make a choice. I made a choice to save Kid. That choice I did make. Hello. I'll find one of these. Hello, Quadflid? Quadflid? Oh, those the twin camels. Why does this Quavalid look like me on a weekend night? Yeah, that magic's not gonna do much. Damn, that was a big hit. Well, we got it, so. Nice. Save point here as well, I guess. A lot of save points in here. I appreciate that. What's up, dwarves? Halt, humans! We cannot permit you to advance any further! The Hydra is the tutelary deity of this forest, hi-ho. Without it, this forest will die. Should you still wish to advance, you have to get by us. Prepare for battle, wicked humans. Oh. Am I gonna contribute to killing the extinction of a species here as well? Yo, what the fuck? Holy shit. I would love to hit a group of enemies here. I guess for now I'll just... Bam. It's not all that tanky. Oh, shit. Watch out, Korcha. Let's go for C next. I might heal. I need one more to heal. Not the Electro Jolt. Oh, fucking hell. I may recover all. Ooh. Wait, is that a set HP heal? Because I made the whole field white and then I did that and it healed 77 HP. Hold on a second. I want to make it red. Another hi-ho war cry. Yeah, his magic's definitely not great, but hi-ho is my nickname in college. Wow. Just keep attacking, I guess. I did that wrong. I didn't mean to do it like that. Did I just pass? Or no, I didn't pass. Clothesline time. I need one more to do it. We haven't seen this yet. Oh. Bam! Get him! Reach a new growth level. Wow! Uplift Furfur and a bunch of tablets. Too strong. Are we unable to stop them? The Hydra must be up ahead. Let's go, Drew. Well, now I feel like Maybe it's not a good thing that we're doing this. Antidotes. This way. I know that's where that was, but I wanted to finish exploring this. I was thinking maybe there's like a little way to cut through somewhere down here. I wonder what the best strategy is for Greco. I guess we'll learn over time who's good at what and how to build people. I think I don't like that I'm just fucking up these dwarves here. Copper helmet. Oh. Swimans. I don't want to go that way back. Seemed like there was a chest deep in the stuff. It's here. Let's go back down here. You'll see the chest in the next room that I wanted to get. Also, yeah, so it's right there. That's the one that I wanted. Apparently the reason why this place looks like this is because of everyone killing hydras. This world still looks pretty shitty here. So is it really our fault if we take out one Hydra? It's true? Yeah, what's up? Hail Hydra. Finally found Hydra. I think that's a pretty funny move. Okay. So the question is, how do I get that one that was over there? You see it? It's right there. Oh, maybe I go around this way. How the heck do you think I get that? It seems like it's from a previous room. Oh shit. You be fowler of the forest, human vermin! Prepare to receive the anger of nature that you so deserve. Hi-ho! Oh, great Hydra, hear my voice. Turn on these wretched humans. Teach them how the forest, no, our planet, is pained by their existence. Hi-ho, Hydra, away! Oh, shit. This sure is hell in my world. I can't believe there's a Hydra before my eyes. Oh, it's a-coming. Yeah, we're kind of ruining the ecosystem here, unfortunately. I'm calling a Hydra a hoe. God damn, it's a big-ass Hydra. Oops, I didn't see that up, I'm sorry. Let's start with a... Let's start by making the field white. Hey, what's up, Nameless Namek? How you doing today? Pleasure seeing ya. Oh, I guess he doesn't have any that are just straight up white. Not doing a whole lot of damage, is it? But you're doing alright. How's Dragon Ball going for you? It's good. On Wednesday, we made it to... actually, Goku and General Blue were ending up in some weird-ass place. Goku was chasing after him, and they ended up somewhere that we don't really know much about yet, because we just got there. I don't know how descriptive that is for you, but... Yeah, Penguin Village. Yep. Also, wait, it's you, right, Kaio? I think it's you. I guess I can magnify. Bum. Triple digits. Harley, let's go. You got it. You're the greatest of all time, Harley. This is on OG hardware, so this is on the this is on Steam. I'm playing the remaster, which came out. Rekko does not do much damage to this dude. I wanted to dash and slash, is what I really wanted to do. Using any Anyway, I'm back. What's up? Hi. Harley combat level 100.1. It's beautiful, man. Big congrats. Are you in the updated OBS? Yes, but I had this problem before and after updating. As an FYI, too. OBS just says it disconnects. That's basically it. It's like, hey, it just disconnected. That's all it tells me. I know this field sucks for him, so... Wave of Fear? Oh, shit. Defense temporarily decreased. Spirits up. Its defense increased. Okay. Let's get rid of that if we can. What if you and OBS laid in bed together and reconnected? Maybe that would help us out. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. I'd love to clothesline again. Damn. Damn! I want to get a good clothesline in, but maybe it's not worth it. It's so little damage. I wonder if this will be enough to finish it off. Damn, 153! Let's go! Well, we've defeated the Hydra, for better or for worse. We can heal Kid at least. But fuck the forest, I guess. Another growth level. Oh, I see I have new slots now. Upheaval. What do you humans intend to do with our mother planet? Another extinct in 2 worlds, good job. Yeah, that's the worst part. Not thinking of the future, cutting down trees like there's no tomorrow. Burning your forest to make your towns even bigger. And all for what? Do you think that you're the only ones who live on this planet? Do you even know what life forms other than yourselves get up to? Hi-ho, hi-ho? Don't kid yourselves. You're just hairless apes. Or worse, hi-ho. You're nothing more than freaks of evolution. Hi-ho! Sorry. There's the Hydra humor. Back in my day, we had Hydras. I feel like we did a bad thing here. But we have to save Kid, you know? Freak of Evolution are my kind of freaks. I wonder how I get that chest there. There's not a single dwarf roaming this forest anymore. Have they abandoned this place? Let's hurry. I'll just leave it, it's fine. Bye. Hello. I'm back. Sorry about this. 1589 Harley, 79 attack, 89 strength, 71 defense, 80 range. You're killing it, dude. When you say at the old place, what do you mean? Like at my other apartment? No, but this apartment's been perfectly fine until the past week. And I've been living here for 3 months now. Just a little puzzling, you know. I wonder if I should have explored a bit in the other world first. If he doesn't show anything funky. Last time I checked, it wasn't, but I guess I could see if my upload's being screwed up for some reason. Bye. Let's rush that over to the doctor right away. Come on, you guys hurry too. Oh, it's you dudes. The patient's strength is at its limit. Without the antidote. Oh, do I have it as a key item? Can this be? Hydra humor? But how? I will discuss that later. As long as we have this, making an antidote will be easier than catching a wave. We can save the girl with this. Prepare an antidote right away. Nurse, help me with the preparation. Stat. Yes. I have no idea where in the world you found this. Nor do I know who you really are. Now's not the time to ask such questions. You've done your part. Now you can leave the rest to me. Well, we saved Kid. You're the doc. We've done all we can. Just trust him and wait. Kid saved. Now, Chris, I made a decision earlier in the game, and you ended up telling me, like, hey, here are the other ways you could have done this. Obviously, I could have said no to saving her. I don't know how much I should ask, right, about my other decisions right now. I don't know when I should ask about, like, oh yeah, what if I did whatever? It's already close to nightfall. Doc, how is she? Was she alright? You can choose to not save Kid. Also, what's up, Dragoon Knight? Interesting. Seems like she's such an important character. It changes a lot. I believe it. I bet it changes a crap ton. That's all I'll say? Okay, that seems like a good enough explanation for now. Thank you, Chris. Yes, she passed the critical period. There are no signs of complications from the poison. The girl's held up well, but only thanks to you dudes. You've done the impossible by finding the antidote. I still can't believe it. But hear me out, what's up, Shark? We let everyone die. Now we're talking. You with the red bandana. Hey, you're Drew, correct? Now she would like to speak with you. Be a little while longer before she falls asleep from the anesthetic. Will you speak with her, dude? It's just a Nuzlocke. I'll be in the room next door, so call me when you need me. Not forget that even though the poison's gone, she hasn't completely recovered. Owen, catch you later, dude. You've become bloody handsome while I was out of it. I don't know all the details, but I heard what happened from the doc. Looks like there's been a lot going on while I was asleep. I guess it proves you can take care of yourself now, eh? Boy, Drew. Hey, you did good, mate. Why'd you look cheerful for a change? I'd have been alright without any antidote at all. Struth. Now I owe you one. Drew. Thanks. A world different from our own? That is far out, man. Oh, if there's really such a thing. And you dudes are from this other world, I presume? Just to make it clear, Doc, the only one that's from the other world is Drew. All the others, including myself, are from this world. We're all with him for different reasons, though. Another world. I wonder if I could have had more party members by this point. I feel like I fucked some stuff up. Another world. So I suppose some things are slightly different. The Hydra marshes are a good example of this. Otherwise, we would have never found a Hydra in this world. Parallel worlds, never to cross each other, yet existing alongside one another. Hey, Doc, let's not think too deeply about this. There isn't any easy way to explain it. Even after going through it myself, I still doubt what I saw. Let's just drop the theories. The girl's been saved. That's all we needed to know, right? That's very like you, Korcha, but he's got a point, Doctor. Kid's life has been saved. I don't think we need to think about anything further for the time being. Well, I guess you're right. I cannot find an answer to this by thinking about it on my own. It's pretty late. I've been talking for quite some time. Let's call it a night. One good day's rest should be enough to let her get up and hang 10. And he's been pretty continually snoozing for the past few hours. It's her again. Trip, small child. What is she doing? A little suspicious. What you gonna do now, Drew? You already found your way back to your own world, right? You can just go back home and live a peaceful life, pretending that nothing ever happened. Can you really forget everything you've seen here? Can you live with yourself if you turn your back on us? The Chrono Trigger. What are you gonna do, Drew? Go back home? I won't go back yet. Ah, another decision. Another decision. I feel like I don't want to say go back home. I feel like the noble thing is to help out here. I guess I could say go back home, but I feel like that's not what I want to do. I feel like I'm not going to go back yet. I see. Then I'll stick around with you a little longer. But just don't slow me down, you hear? I don't know what happened 10 years ago. Looks like Viper's mom's got something to do with it. But you don't have a home to go back to! Let's go after him. I need to go bash up that Lynx character and get me hands on that frozen flame. Lynx. He stole something precious from me. He's taking away my future. I'll find him, no matter what it takes. Korcha, I heard you helped in the search, too. That was nothing. Yeah? Well, thanks for nothing. Now then. At one point I thought we were doomed for sure, but looks like it's all settled now. All that's left is to take you guys back to Termina, right? Now my job ends there. You get a special discount price of 300 gold for the round trip. Sorry, but I need to make a living too. You're pretty damn shrewd, eh? I shouldn't have thanked you earlier. What is it? You looking for something? Yeah. Well, the elements I had on my grid are gone. Oh, Drew, do you remember the elements from my grid? Oh, no. If it wasn't you, then who did? No one's looking over you while we were gone with the doc and the nurse. They should be in the room next door, so let's ask them something when we head out. The doctor should know something. That little brat. I hope you're right. Look who it is. Huh? Mel, what you doing? Hey, Blondie, if you want your stuff back, I challenge you to catch me. What is it, dude? Is Mel up to something again? Well, yeah, the same old mischief, but this time she's gone too far. Geez, that idiot. What is she thinking? I don't get it. I'm sorry about her, kid. I'll get the stuff back from her later, so go easy on her, alright? That's no problem. It ain't not anything I'll suffer with that anyway. Not to be rude, but I don't have time to play around with brats. I've got to go chase after Lynx. You need those elements. We're not wrong, but Corch said he'll get him back later. We don't have time to waste. Ain't that right, Drew? Come on, mate, let's go. I get nervous every time I have to make a decision. I don't want to lose the stuff she had equipped. I mean, was any of it important, I guess, now that I think about it? She had, like... Well, I guess if her elements are gone, we can replace those. But if her gear is gone too, then that would suck. Because she was holding on to the item that gives more gold after battles. No. So I know a game is good when you have no idea like what the right choice is. Yeah, I mean it's... I already feel like I've done things suboptimally, by all means. I don't know what I want to do. Don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Let's say we're gonna go after her. Alright, if you insist. Let's go find that brat right away. Time ain't gonna wait for us. That's the plan, Korcha. Why don't you help us out a bit? It'll be over a lot quicker that way. Gotcha! Good evening, Adam. How are you tonight? That one brings back memories. Hey, boy, you're from the main island? Near the Hydra Marshes? It's a forest to the southeast. Although they're called the Hydra Marshes, there are no more Hydras there. Everyone left that forest after the Hydras died off. I too left the forest. The place ain't fit for living creatures anymore. Sorry. Yes, Mel? Now she hasn't come by here today. Has she done something again? What'd she do this time? Did she write graffiti on the walls again? I'm doing okay, Adam. I have my vet appointment for Zinni today. She's gonna be okay, but she's gonna have to be on some medicine for the rest of her life, it seems. I think she's gonna be okay. Well, it's nothing big. If she isn't here, that's okay. It's cool. And now we're playing some Chrono Cross, and that's what we're doing. Yeah, me too. Oh, there's not any red or blue ones here. too, Adam. I thought she'd be in here. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Coleslaw the Crisp? I thought not. It's a story Drewby would tell you. Oh my god. Oh man. Hi sir, what are your plans for the Thanksgiving weekend? Hey Alex! So, on Monday I fly to Arizona. That's where my dad is. I'm going to be with him from Monday until Friday. And then I'll be back here the weekend after that. So, I love this theme a lot. It's really relaxing. I'm enjoying it. You found HM2? Is that fly? That's HM2, right? Do you have the badges? Nah, probably not. You'll be in Arizona until Friday, take no streams, huh? Yeah. So tomorrow will be my last one until the next weekend. Yes, very relaxing song. I should think so. Did already check in here. The only streams we'll be doing are in the bathroom. Absolutely. Chief Diarrhea is in a prayer. You may not enter the shrine now. Come back a little later. It shouldn't be that long. What brings you here, Korcha? It's rare to see you come out to this tower. Oh, never mind that. By the way, have you seen Mel around here? We're looking for her right now. Mel? Oh, I haven't seen her today. Have you tried the residential tower? So she hasn't come this way. Thanks for the info. Chief Diarrhea? As you've just heard, she hasn't come this way. The only place left is the residential tower. Well, there's the C2, but that's not likely. Once we corner her, it's all over. Let's go. Now, how do we get to the residential tower? Huh? Oh, look who it is. Let's head for the residential tower. We got her cornered now. Okay, let's go. We should find her in no time. This isn't the residential tower, right? I think she's heading this way. On Black Friday at 12 noon Arizona time, the US plays England in the World Cup. In case you have plans at that time. That game might break audience record for soccer in the US. You think so? Hi, Zinni. Just snoozing for so long. I might actually, really quick, I might give Zinni her other pain med. Now that she's awake. Might do that here really quick, and then I'll be back in a second. Hey, Zinni. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec, right? Zinni said no. She said no to the treat. So, none for her there. This is the end. There's no place to run. So what are we gonna do? If all three of us barge in at once, she's gonna escape. There are 3 exits from this tower. If we each go in through a different exit, there's no escape. Hey, thanks, Evan. Listen up. Don't you dare let Mel get outside. Leave it to me, bro. All I have to do is stop Mel getting out of this exit, right? Yep, I'm counting on you. There are 2 exits left. We'll even end up with some manpower to spare. It's game over, Mel. Let's do it. Wah, wah. You idiot, that's what you get for messing with my customers. I'm not gonna forgive you just because you cried. Well, that should be enough. We've got me stuff back, and there's been no harm done. Even so, we have to teach this kid some proper manners. You never know when she might do it again. Don't worry about such minor stuff. I say it's already forgiven. Let's just leave it at that. Besides, this little one's got some guts to steal from a member of the Radical Dreamers. Hey, don't you call me a little un. I've got a name too, you know. It's Mel. Ooh, feisty. So she got some real spirit too. Weren't you just crying out? Or were you just faking it? Oh, I see. She's gonna be real mean when she grows up. What you mean by that? Did Dooney show you that someone's done a PC port of Ocarina of Time? I don't think so, actually. Whoops, I guess you're still just a Lilin. Don't worry, don't just forget it. Oh, no, I said don't you call me a Lilin! Hey, you sure you want to leave it at that? I just don't get you. Oh well, no use bothering with it now. I'll go ahead and wait for you at the docks. Come and find me when you're ready to go. Pokemon coming for Ocarina of Time now, huh? Alright, let's get moving then. Like the current member from party. Oh, is it because he left now? Let's put Guile back in. No one cause any more mischief. Promise to play with me again. Alright. Does she have all of her elements back then? Huh? I don't know if that was a good way to do it, but he has so little spots. Oh, Hellsoul has to go on the first bar. No, god damn it. Hey, Takato, how are you doing today? I can say football and football to cover all my bases. Oh yeah, I knew your comment was satire, Ganny. I feel like this game. Oh, what's the solstice? A full Zelda Oot port is now complete and available. Oh shit! Cool. Thanks for sending that to me. I will check that out after stream. I feel like this is kind of a. The story feels kind of weird to me right now. If I'm being completely honest, it's a little bit weird. It feels like it's so open, and I guess I'm just kind of taking like a direct route, but it feels like I'm missing things. Or it feels like I'm making mistakes. I don't know, but I guess that's just kind of the way it is, right? There's a lot of gray area in the choices that you make because there's different ways that you can play it and different ways that you can do it. Although, I think every choice that I've thought I've made so far, I probably would have made again. It's just, were there options that I didn't have because I didn't explore something in a way? Wanna go back to Termina? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was nice knowing you, but this is goodbye. Korcha left your party. It's like you're left wondering what could have been. Rip, Korcha. No, it was so fun having you in our party. Y'all never played foot base? I think you know it's kickball. You can kick a home run there. Wait, so did we make the wrong choice? I don't know, Zreika. We definitely made a choice, though. Yeah, I assume you're referring to a previous moment. Maybe the save kid or let kid die thing. Well, anyway, we're here now. Yep. You make the wrong choice? Well, she's here! So, if you think that's the wrong choice, then I guess I did. Grab this one. Chrono Cross more like Galarian Cross with these bagpipes. I said before, but this OC is fucking fire. I choose to believe any choice Drew makes is the wrong one. Hashtag Team Doubters. I'll pop the shop really quick. Whoa, new stuff? Cool. I am a true truther by identity because I begin to doubt myself if he starts messing up. Listen, let's hear. Have I ever gone this way? Oh, this is the guy who was talking about the mushrooms. I remember this guy. I wonder if I can go this way now. So our plan is to go back to confront him, I guess. Oh, hey, it's that guy. The general and his men are headed for Fort Dragonia. There's been word that the major power of the East, Por, is up to something suspicious. They seem to have rumors of the Frozen Flame being in El Nido. They're coming to investigate. My, then, that means the Por army might invade this town any time now. wonder if we'll be alright. Yes, that's why we're moving to the fort for a while. The fort is far from town, so it's not used normally, but it has good defenses. You know how some people say math is mental abuse to humans? Well, let me tell you one thing. Math is an abbreviation for mathematics. So you're only looking at 36% of the whole thing. What does the other 64% stand for? It stands for accept mostly at truly intelligently cool students. That means if you think math is mentally abusing you, you're not truly intelligent or cool. You're dumb and lame. So next time someone gives you the first 36% of this ridiculous acronym, give them the other 64%. Don't forget to tell them that they suck at entomology. Where'd you find that copy pasta at? I was ordered to remain at the manor and protect Miss Riddle, but she felt very uneasy about the way General Viper was acting before he left, so... Oi, True, did you hear that? Oh, Schnoozeway and Goldove, Lynx's mob hightailed it out of the manor. Or supposedly a ruin built by the extinct Dragonians. I heard there's been all kinds of mystic rituals there. It said that the dragon tea was needed for the rituals. Bloody bastards, what are they up to now? This is no longer just our problem. If we don't stop these buggers now, they're gonna cause some major hell around here. Or Dragonia's on the top of Mount Pyre, southeast of here. It'll be hard to get to by land, so the question now is how are we going to get a boat? Lawn braids, a blood-red blouse. It sounds like the description of that thief from the Radical Dreamers. And that red bandana. He's just like the ghost Karsh was describing. So what, you want to take us on to something? Sorry, Dari, but we're in a bit of a rush to that Fort Dragonia of yours. What business do you have at the fort? Makes me even more suspicious. I will draw my sword if need be. Oh, Glenn, stop that. Your brother would never have drawn his sword in such circumstances. Leave my brother out of this. Oh, I don't get your knickers in a knot. I don't care if you draw your sword or whatever. I ain't stopping for you. See ya. Alright. Forgive me for my rash behavior. Come to think of it, I really have no interest in who you are. Really, I only want to know the truth of what's happening here. I shall follow my own way to find the truth. Now, if you intend to go to the fort, I'd offer you a word of advice. When you get on your boat, first head north and then east. You should find a small island there. A retired dragoon now lives there. Find him and ask for his advice. Many frightful rumors about that fort, you know. You never know what to expect there. Nothing east. Druby is the epitome of optimized intellect, whom of which specializes in quantum physics and biochemistry, as well as the profoundly seal-consuming hobby, Twitch streaming. The motives that Druby possesses stem from his humble... motives that Druby possesses stem from his humble beginnings of a hard-stuck grad student, eventually, however, climbing the ranks to doctorate. Though this quest was not easy, Druby discovered rudimentary theorems and postulates found in today's biochemical studies. Nice backstory. We gotta find a boat! I want to be friends with Glenn. Hey, Korcha. You guys need to cross the sea? Well, then I might think about lending you my boat on two conditions. With that clunky boat of yours, I don't think we're going to survive a round trip. I guess this ain't the time to be picky. So, Korcha, what are your conditions? First, if you ever find the dragon tier, give it to me. The other condition is, once this ruckus is over, I want you to... What was that? Stop mumbling and speak up. I can't hear you. I want you to be my wife. Oh my god. The fucking fortune teller said your love interest is like, it's not happening. You about Resident Evil Village Gold Edition, so I'm glad I decided to wait this long so I could play this edition first. You played after God of War. Very nice. Huh? What did you just say? I said I want you to be my wife. Look at how red he is. Boy, Korcha, don't mess with me. I'm gonna kick your arse so hard you'll kiss the moods. I'm not joking. Well, to tell you the truth, well, that is, it was love at first sight. Oh, you know who I am, don't you? Yeah, you're some kind of thief, ain't you? Don't you worry. I don't care about your past, and I don't want you to feel forced. Hi, Drew. It's me, your only viewer. For years, I've created the illusion that you're streaming to a large audience. But here's the truth. All these people in chat are me. And now for you to be convinced of this, I will send this message from all my accounts. We can wait until all this fuss is over, so please... Just tell him that you will or refuse. We can't keep stringing him along for too long, you know what I mean? We should do that. Oh wow, it continues. I think I gotta refuse. I mean, I don't want to lie to him and break his heart later. Oh, he fucking... Why'd you kick me? This is none of your business. It's my own problem. Okay, understood. Saying it, something I can agree to on a whim. I'll consider it, but not until I settle the score with Lynx. That's about the best I can promise. I can't guarantee you anything more. Alright, well that's all I need for now. Okay, I'll lend you the boat. What was that Glenn guy saying earlier? Something about going to see an old man on the Swan of the East? Maybe be careful of yourself from now on. Just remember that your life is not your own anymore. You're carrying my wife-to-be. You want me to come with you? Yeah, I do. Come with me. Portia, join your party. Let's go. Wait, we're not real? Yeah, I'm an illusion. Well, y'all are an illusion, yeah. Because you're all the same person, actually. Hi, Choco Jax. How are you doing today? Bum, 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 bum. We'll keep the current layout for now, though, but he's back. Okay, well, then I'll be heading home now. Remember that I'm lending you my boat. Don't you dare sink it. Take care. Where are you going? You're at our party. You finished your chips. Are you going to get some more? Where are you going? You're in our party. Where are you going? I'm so confused. Heck yeah. Yeah, I got some talkies today. How goes the game? You didn't put him in your party? Well, do I have to? Can't he just hang out on the bench? Can't he just like hang out there, and then if I'm like, oh hey, let me just, you know. Where's the item that let me do the... He's kind of cringe. Oh yeah, see, there we go. Right, okay, yeah, we're good. So I can put him back in if I want to. That's the only important thing. But yeah, I got some talkies, and they're very good. They just stain your fingers so much. Just knocking stuff over for fun. It's a rather large and foreboding empty box for party members. I agree. Yeah, the thing's ginormous and it's stressing me out. Anyway, let's go. North and then east, huh? Maybe it's this place. Hermit's Hideaway Shore. It's probably here. Let's check it out. Burned out Hermit's Hideouts. Why is it burned out? What happened here? Did Lynx do this? That's correct. Maybe not. Oh, it's her. The correct answer is, I did this under Monsieur Lynx's orders. Salut, Drew. Did you miss moi? Not you again. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Excusez-moi, Drew, but do you want to know why I burned this place to the ground? Yeah, it's true, you can tell me. Well, first of all, to teach you all a lesson. And second of all, to get rid of that geezer who lives here. Hey! He is an ally of the Acacia Dragoons, and I hear he is quite skilled. I was disappointed to see that the geezer isn't here. I wonder where he went. And one more thing, Drew. Monsieur Lynx gave moi another order. That is, to slow down your pursuit. Here I go. Oh boy. Bum bum. Banana. Enfin, take all the time you wish. Of course, her innate is dark. That makes sense. Ow. Let's get the field looking red. Let's go, Guile. I guess I will probably wait on using magic. Meteorite. Interesting choice. Hi, Zinni. Let's try to Pilfer. I forgot about Pilfer. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Moon glasses? Oh, okay, okay. Cool. Mon Dieu, moi is defeated. I'm sorry. This Ray could probably get a have an aneurysm over my pronunciation. Got a photon beam. Ooh la la! You really are strong. Très fort, Drew. Please, Drew, turn back now. She is nothing but bad luck. She will bring nothing but misfortune to your life. So I didn't quite listen. She'll bring nothing but misfortune. So you're off the hook this time? Well, that's good. You can photon these nuts. Are you one of Lynx's minions? Yo, is that the boy? That's Radius. Actually, I see that you're not. I must have been that munchkin that just flew away. Miss Riddle had informed me that Lynx and the General were headed to Fort Dragonia. I played it safe and went into hiding for a while, and it looks like Lynx did pay me a visit. I'm sure the General has no idea what happened to you. Lynx is the one behind all this. I had a feeling something like this might happen. That is why I made sure to build a sturdy stronghold underground. I believe it should still be intact. Are you here to ask me questions? Come, there's no need to be shy. That is Radius. Also, let's take a look at our elements really quick. Okay. Gotta get that photon beam in there, you know? You would think they would have come down here, right? It's a pretty obvious ladder. I see. So you have met Miss Riddle and Glenn. Yes, I once wielded a sword as a proud member of the Acacia Dragoons. Glenn's father, Garai, the blacksmith Zappa, And I used to tear up the battlefield. But that was a good 15 years ago. When Gurai lost his life on the central continent, I vowed to become his son's guardian. I officially retired 4 years ago, after Dario received his father's sword, the Einlanzer. I've been here ever since, living a carefree life away from the rest of the world. However, Dario is no longer with us. Life is so unpredictable. It was then that Lynx approached General Viper. He spoke of the legendary treasure, the Frozen Flame, which is able to heal all illnesses and fulfill any dreams. I do not know what this man Lynx is plotting, but I believe General Viper intends to overthrow the nation of Por with the power of this legendary jewel. Por is a nation governed by militarism. It has brought suffering to many people on the central continent of Xenan. Hey, what's up, Lars? How are you doing? Enjoying Chrono Cross? I am enjoying it. Yeah, we're having a good time. How are you doing today? Perhaps the general envisions a bright and peaceful world, much like Guardia was at one time. Or is he planning to find the answer as to why we have continued to hurt and kill each other since antiquity? In any case, I no longer wish to involve myself in such conflicts. Besides, there's no way I'd want to face General Viper in battle. Young one, should you plan to engage in battle with Lynx, beware. He's a fearsome man. I suggest you rest here for the night and leave in the morning. There are many cursed spirits wandering the seas around here. Rumor has it they attack ships and suck the souls out of humans. I've heard rumors about this accursed ghost ship. What? A ghost ship? Ha! You trying to scare me? Don't make me laugh. Stop right there, criminal scum. You have violated the law. Pay the court fee or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Oh, you just woke up. Very nice. You have any fun plans for today? Do not take the sea lightly, young lady. Mankind knows only the land at the surface of the sea. No man can truly know what hides beneath the waves. Ta-da. Yeah, I feel like if I was playing this game and allowed people to, like, help me with my decisions, I feel like the whole stream would just be, hey, chat, what do I do next? Hey, now what do I do? Hey, now what do I do? I think that would have sucked. So I'm glad I'm making my own choices. Take care of yourself. Whatever lies ahead of you, believe in your friends, no matter what. Let's hope maybe Radius would join us again. Take a poll every decision. Also, fuck Jed. True. What's over here? Nothing, I guess. What is it, Zinni? What's over here? Isle of the Damned. This sounds like a nice place. Why don't we check it out? Looks like a nice place. Huh. That's just Manhattan. Did you receive mixed bones? Oh man, I don't know which bone is which. Oh, I'll just connect whatever. Yay, our skeleton man is becoming whole. Akron bowl. Oh, I didn't mean to slow down, sorry. What's over here? Misbehaving. Hi! Would you like to fight? Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Airframe. keep missing. Power dive. That did a lot of damage. Oh, okay. AK, get the fuck out of here. Got it. Okay. Oh, we got some stuff too. Some mithril? Oh wait, we're like in a really okay. Can I run? Oh, you dropped the stolen goods? Oh, that's a fucking shame. Alright, maybe we won't fuck with this area right now. Hi, Alice. How are you doing? Zinny, Jesus Christ. Just kicked up a shit ton of litter out of the box. Oh, did y'all ever just beat you one? What's over here? An eyeball! Wow. Ani. 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 Ani's trying to mess with Zinni while she's going to the bathroom. Freaking cats. The thick fog makes visibility near zero. I will pull back for now, I guess. Earth Dragon Isle Shore. We've learned about this place. It's rare before Goldove. I'll bark for you. Hello, Sky Dragon Isle Shore. Gaia's Navel. Why is that in a different color? Water Dragon Isle. Marble. Oh, this was the place where a lot of demi-humans are that don't like humans. Sea of Eden. I don't really know where we're gonna go next. I guess maybe the sea here. Hello, sir. Hello! How are you today? Alright, there's the shore. Earth Dragon Isle. Oh, been a year. Hello. The locals call this island Earth Dragon Isle. But it's also known as the land where the dragon sleeps. Our investigation has revealed nothing about this so-called dragon. Could it be a hoax? Woo! That was fun. Hello. This big hole leads to an underground cavern. Some of our men are down there now. Let's jump in the hole. Oh. Oh, it's pulling us that way. I can't believe people would actually come down here. What are you, just curious or just stupid? Sorry if I'm rude by nature. Don't let it bother you. If you want to go back above ground, just jump into that sand boil. It'll shoot you right back up. Got a rush going through that thing, so make sure you don't sprain your ankle when you land. If you have any trouble running, that means you have a sprain. You should take care of it with a brace right away. Oh, we've not seen that yet. Well, hello, Kingsport. And there's a brace. Hi. Fossicker. Is you don't play this game, Alice? I've been enjoying it so far. Bombs away. I don't like that being there. Ocean's on your list to play for sure. You like it? Oh, I missed. Ow. It's Dan! What's going on? How you doing? Welcome in, Dan. Hello! How's it going? Thank you so much for coming in tonight. How was your stream? Mr. Spickles, Beaver Tom, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. How was stream? Oh, I healed the wrong person. That was dumb of me. Fuck! Well, oh well. I may have ruined it, but we'll see how this turns out for us, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on in tonight. I guess I have revived if I really need it, but I can do the regular heal. There we go. Stream is good. Thanks. Hope all is well here. All is well. We're playing Chrono Cross. I feel like I have maybe a little bit less of a sense of direction playing it tonight. So I feel like it's pretty open where you can go, what you can do. And we've already had to make some game-altering choices. And I have no clue if I've made good ones or not. Oh, that frame rate. Wait, what? I want to see if I can Hell Soul. Oh, I got it! I don't really know what that does for me, but we got its soul, so that's... Damn. I know what you're talking about, Mr. Smickles. Also, thank you, Fox. Thank you, Fox Soundcud. Also, Dan, were you playing more Resident Evil tonight? And Walrus, thank you for coming on the raid as well. Sorry, I've been a little bit distracted with this game tonight. Oh, Dad's made you trying to learn the run before the remake comes out. I don't know what that's doing. It makes me very concerned. Bright eyes. Oh. Okay. Free tablets coming together. How long is the run? I sure do. Yay! Really 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours. Oh, it's something to attack. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, I think I see a problem here. I feel like you're supposed to attack it when it's near an enemy. And now I feel like I fucked up. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Two hours 30 to 3 hours glitchless. Okay, cool. Oh, that's it? Just 66 damage? With that build-up, I thought the thing was gonna just murder me. Found some more mithril. That was very curious. It was interesting. I don't really know why I'm here. I just kind of came this way, and this is where we landed. I think that's the thing about this game, is you kind of just go where you want to. What is it, Zinni? Another upheaval. What is it, Zinni? I tried giving you your painkiller earlier, but weren't having it. It's way out there. I jump in this. I think I should be able to jump in this. Oh, it's not functioning. Zinni. Hey. Oops. Come on, Zinni. except we missed. "10 hours of studying later, I'm done with the test." Yeah, how'd it go? How do you think it went? Oh, I made their attacks dark. Solar Mithril. Good job, Strum. Alright, I guess I'm using the other element. That was dumb with me. Is enemies always strong for this part of the game? Yeah. I don't like it. I also don't feel like I should be here. I feel like I should stop just like wandering aimlessly and just go somewhere. One more for cure, I think. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How's Chrono Cross been tonight? I would say it's been alright. I feel like tonight's been a night where we've definitely been making decisions. And, some of them feel like iffy choices. Some of them I'm not sure about. But it's fine. It's very open-ended right now. What we do, when we do it, where we go first. Get the bad end. Guess we'll see. Never did jump, so we'll just let it blow up on someone, I guess. Has chat been well behaved? Yeah, I'd say chat's been well behaved. I think everyone's just mostly chilling. Shark, you're slacking. Shark had some copy pastas. Blow up. You're not gonna blow up? I'm tired too, honestly. I'm considering calling a little bit early tonight. Just want this to blow up on us and end the fight. There we go. Oh. little more damage this time. Don't you love buying a new disc-based game and you hear the loose disc bounce around in the case for opening? Oh, that's concerning. It's pretty concerning, I'm not gonna lie. Get out of here. Drew, just out of curiosity, would you want your students to call you professor? No, they don't have to call me professor. I would say, so my PI, her students call her by her first name, or doctor, you know, whatever, if, you know. But I told them, I said, I don't know, I don't, yeah, when I teach professionally, I don't care enough about being called professor now. I will teach students to, like, you know, always be mindful of addressing people the way they want to be addressed, but, like, I'm not gonna myself be, like, some kind of hard ass on it. Dr. Drew, pretty solid. Yeah, I feel like what I'll probably end up going for is... Oh, we haven't saved in a while. Chapter 10. Hermit's Hideaway. First meeting with a familiar swordsman. Yeah, we know who that is. I wonder if I should go back to the past and talk to him there. Might be. Or, not the past, but to the other timeline. Be interesting. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually kind of thinking I might call it now. I know it's a little bit early, but I have to get up in the morning tomorrow and do a few things before I leave on Monday. I am gonna be streaming tomorrow though. We are gonna play some more Chrono Cross, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll leave it here, get some rest. I didn't sleep super well last night, so it might not be a bad idea for me to just, you know, take it a little easy tonight. So. I've done this right before, but I refuse to call my instructor's professor because it's a title just like a PhD. Yeah, I've never called any of my professors professor. I've always called them, like, Dr. Blank. Or, at this stage, I just call everybody by their first name. Because they're colleagues at this point. My professors are colleagues to me because I'm kind of at that point. So I just call them by their first name. So, how dare you? No one's taken any issue with it, so. I finished my prelims. Might as well just call people by their first names. So, yeah. That's how I call them all, so. But yeah, anyway. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a nice time with Chrono Cross tonight. I did. Yeah, I feel a little bit, again, like a little bit uneasy about the choices I'm making, just because it does feel like I am making choices that are going to impact things. And maybe part of me is like, I don't know enough information to make good choices. Because, right? So, I mean, like, for instance, you know, Harley is like, you know, she's bad for you, you know, fucking ditch her ass. And maybe she is, but I don't know that yet. And I'm choosing to keep her by my side. Or, you know, maybe, like, it's hard to know who to believe and who not to believe. It's hard to know what choices are the best ones. But I suppose that's the fun of it, right? We take our own path through this game. We see how it goes for us, and then we learn about how things could have gone had we done things differently. And, you know, I think back, too, because it's like, well, I played Chrono Trigger, right? It's not that different in that way, right? I mean, there's a lot of different endings in Chrono Trigger depending on, you know, how you do things. And I also enjoyed getting my ending and then seeing what the other ones were, you know, just what other choices I could have made. So for now, that's going to do it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to play some more Chrono Cross. Would you finger my Chrono Trigger? Oh my god. But yeah, Storm, I feel like it's a pretty egotistical thing to require everybody to call you by your, you know, professor title. Maybe I'm biased, but they're just, I don't know. I'm not saying they don't deserve to, like, they're, you know, they're, I don't know. It just would feel weird to call them that to me, I guess. But maybe if I was going to like a conference, if I was going to a conference, I probably would call someone Dr. Blank if I didn't know them. But any professor that I know at this point, it's just first name. Yeah, Zinni is gonna be okay. By the way, Takato, I was gonna show you too. Her name is spelled like this, like the flower. I sometimes read it and I'm like, Zendaya. I'm like, What do you mean Zendaya? It's like, oh yeah, you're saying Zinnia. Yeah, of course. Dr. Jan Etor. If we're a university where they actually have the title, I'd call them professor. Well, I mean, to be fair, our positions are professor, right? So like assistant professor, associate professor, full professor, you know, professor laureate. Like those are the position / titles. But I think you're referring to, yeah, those are like their job positions. I am at a university, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there's some nuanced point there related to like their title versus their degree or some shit. I don't know. But maybe you're just referring to the place that you're taking class at. Oh yeah, probably Takado, and I just never corrected. So, but yeah, she's been meowing at me. It's bedtime for us pretty soon, I think. I'm gonna try to get her that painkiller and then get some rest in. So, here's what I'm thinking though. I think let's raid somebody. Let's go send the love somewhere else. Let's go do that. And I got an idea. Do y'all want to see Earthbound? That sounds nice. Do you want to see Earthbound with Hannah tonight? I think that'd be a fun choice. Shark already predicted it. There you go. I'm gonna go do that. So, if you don't know our friend Nocturnal Hannah, she streams a lot of retro games. She's been playing a lot of RPGs as well, actually. And first playthrough of Earthbound original hardware. She's doing that tonight. I have played Earthbound before. I really enjoyed it. It's a very unique RPG. Obviously, it's not Chrono Cross, but I'm curious to hear how she's enjoying it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thanks everybody. Y'all have a good one. And what are you looking at? I don't know if you can see her being goofy there. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm just tired. Honestly, I feel tired today. Drew played some Chrono Cross. Now we raid Hannah because she's a boss. Perfect. Take that. That's better. If you are subbed, feel free to take Shark's message. If you're not, take that other one with the cool story Bob, please. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm sleepy. I'm going to take off. Have a good one. And I'll talk to you next time. Mwah. Goodbye.